Busy mornings, school lunches, after school snacks, don't worry, I've got you. In today's video, I'm taking one dough recipe and turn it into 3 freezer-friendly snacks that will save you time and let you enjoy more moment doing what actually matters. These recipes are kid-approved, easy to reheat, and perfect for school lunch boxes or busy weeknights. Welcome to By A. I started off by making the dough. Here I doubled the recipe and I will leave all the ingredients down in the description box so you can follow along. I warmed up the liquids first, then added the yeast. If you didn't see my last video, I always keep yeast in the freezer. It saves me money because I buy in bulk and freeze it. And fun fact, this box I'm using right here, say it expired 2 years ago, but guess what? Frozen yeast lasts almost forever. Nothing happens to it. I let the yeast proof in the microwave while I got the dry ingredients ready. In a big bowl, I mixed all-purpose flour and salt. Then poured in the yeast mixture along with some olive oil. That's it. It's honestly the easiest dough recipe you will ever use. You don't need to knead it. You don't need a stand mixer. Nothing. I've made this dough holding a baby in my arms and it never fails. Perfect dough for busy moms. Just mix it, cover it, and let it rest for about 1 hour. Depending on the temperature in your kitchen, it could take anywhere from 1 to 1.5 hours. You will know it's ready when it doubles in size. Quick tip, when you mix, make sure you don't leave any dry flour at the bottom or sides of the bowl. You really don't want lumps of flour in your dough. Cover it and let it rise in a warm spot. While that's rising, I started prepping the filling for my rolls. I went with beef and cheese. Kinda like a mini burger that the kids can enjoy for lunch or as after-school snacks. But you can totally customize it. Cheese only, chicken, whatever your family likes. I seasoned the beef with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Then cooked it down and broke it into tiny pieces so it's easier to fill the rolls later on. Once it was cooked, I drained out the extra fat. I used a 93/7 ground beef, but since I added a little oil at the start, there was still some fat in the pan. And the easiest way to deal with that is to use paper towel and just toss it. Here is the secret to juicy beef. Once it cools a bit, mix in little mayo and ketchup. It locks in the moisture and adds flavor, so the filling stays soft even after baking. For 1 pound of ground beef, I added 1 tablespoon of real mayo and 1 tablespoon of ketchup. By now, the dough was ready, as you can see. And I didn't knead it or anything. I just dump it into a floured countertop. It will be a little sticky, but that's fine. Rolled it into a big ball, then took a big chunk to start dividing it into small pieces. I weighed mine to give you an idea, about 35 grams each, but you can make them smaller or bigger depending on what you want. I rolled all the dough balls first, then start stuffing them. In my last video, I had dough ready in the freezer, but honestly, this one is so easy to make, I just whipped up another batch. I like keeping extra dough frozen for emergencies. It's my multi-purpose dough for pizzas, rolls, whatever I need. Here is a tip. When you stuff in the rolls, roll the dough so the center is thicker and the edges are thinner. That way, when you pinch the edge close, it doesn't get too bulky at the bottom. I'll show you up close so it makes sense. I like to put the beef in first and then the cheese. When the cheese melts, it kind of glue everything together, and if the dough edge don't stick, just stamp a little bit of water and it will seal it. Then roll it gently with your palm so you get even shapes. Before baking, I brush the rolls with egg wash. This gives them a nice shine and gold color. I also add sesame seed to make them look like burgers, but that's optional. Bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. It really depends on your oven and the size of your rolls, so check on them the first time you try it. I actually underbaked mine a little because these are meant to be reheated later in the oven or the air fryer, so they will brown up perfectly then. If you're freezing them, that's what you want to do. To reheat, just take them straight from the freezer to a hot oven or an air fryer until warm through and golden. These rolls are amazing for parties, holidays, or game night too. And the smell when you cut them, so good. I wish I could share some with you guys through the screen. So for the next recipe, we're making calzones, basically pizza pocket. I'm filling mine with chicken, but you can leave it as just pizza using sauce and cheese. And instead of buying pizza sauce, I mix up my own with tomato sauce and spices I already had on hand. I will list all the spices in this description. This is really cheaper and just as good as the one you buy. I floured the countertop again and measured out 55 grams of dough for each calzone. Keeping them the same size helps them bake evenly. I roll the dough into a circle, spread the sauce, and don't forget to leave space on the edges so they can seal. Then add your filling. I used the chicken that I cooked and froze from my last video. Honestly, the freezer is a lifesaver. It helped me save time, save money, and this is very easy to do. Like you big batch, you put it in the freezer, and whenever you need some chicken for quiche or for sandwiches, I just use that one. To seal the calzones, brush a little water on the edges, fold it over, and close it tight. You can use a fork to crimp the edges or just fold them over by hand like I did. Don't forget to poke few holes on top for the air to escape. Brush with egg wash and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Again, it depends on the size and your oven, so keep an eye on it. While those were baking, let me show you how soft and fluffy these stuffed rolls look like once cools. Honestly, everyone loves them, kids and adults. The third recipe is stromboli. You can fill it with anything, like anything you like. Spinach and ricotta, mushroom, whatever you like. But my son requested deli meat and cheese. So here I used oven roasted chicken ham with provolone. And he requested me to pack the marinara sauce on the side for dipping. I rolled out the dough, layered the meat and cheese, and rolled it up like a log. I trimmed the extra dough, and don't forget to cut slits on top for the steam to escape. By this time, the calzones were ready, golden and perfect. If you want a thicker dough, let them rise a little before baking. Now back to the stromboli. I baked 2 rolls, and with the leftover dough, I made myself a big calzone because mama needs her energy too. I baked those at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. And I need to let you know that if you use a greasier meat like pepperoni, don't worry if some cheese or oil bubbles out. That's normal. And if you want to see how I reheat everything, check out my Instagram or Facebook. I share quick tips there all the time, and it's easier for me to post daily stories there. And that's it. This whole thing took me about 2 hours, and now I know my mornings and evening will be so much easier. All I have to do is grab it from the freezer and reheat. I hope this helps make your life easier too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.